No doubt, the appearance of a dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear. There is indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it. Do not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power. That has been the downfall of many dragonborn before you. No doubt, the appearance of a dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear. No doubt, the appearance of a dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear. Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort. Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also are able to absorb the power of their slain brethren. A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve. Some believe that dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at times of great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready. 5. Our leader, Paarthurnax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him. As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him. We study the way of the voice according to the teachings of our founder, Jurgen Windcaller. Very few are permitted to study with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn, it is a privilege to guide you towards mastery of your voice. He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jurgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born. We study the way of the voice according to the teachings of our founder, Jurgen Windcaller. Very few are permitted to study with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn, it is a privilege to guide you towards mastery of your voice. Their voices are too powerful for anyone not trained in the way to withstand. Even a whisper could kill you. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance. The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods. If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals. As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him. Sky, guard you.
dragonborn. It's bigger than I initially thought. I thought most of that was just some silly legend. Nord nonsense, as Preventus called it. Fair point, but I never heard of him shouting dragons out of the sky. Let's get to Ustengrav. I'm excited to see more of this story unfold. I'm with you, Thane.
Sky, guard you. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance. Sky, guard you.
You're not. Or are you? We could remedy that at some point if you like. It has me somewhat concerned. I'm with you, Thane.
daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge. They call it the path to the monastery, the 7,000 steps. Can you imagine? I'm not certain if I could even make it to the top without collapsing from exhaustion. Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now? Clinic brings food supplies up to them once every few weeks, when the weather permits it. Other than that, they seem like a quiet lot. Don't really know too much about them. What a boring conversation.
Faster. I wanted to talk with you.
What is it now?
Wilhelm said he saw you speaking to one of the pilgrims on the 7,000 steps. I told you I didn't want you to talk.
I know what you said, but I only wanted to speak to him for a moment.
Well, it stops now. It's fine.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
blessed warrior wife, Shore's widow, sacred to any true Nord hunter. She's the mother of men and beasts, and her veil is the storm. Kind, blessed warrior wife, Shore's widow, sacred to any true Nord hunter. She's the mother of men and beasts, and her veil is the storm.
Meat and mead must ever make way for the clash of steel, the song of battle. By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. How could mere men bring down such a beast? Meat and mead must ever make way for the clash of steel, the song of battle.
How can I help a brother Nord?
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know. Stupid dog. If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted. The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed. There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul. Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business any. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow? If you think there's anything you can do, be my guest. About a year or two ago, some fella named Windelius came through. Said he was some kind of a treasure hunter. I warned him not to go in there, just like I warned you. The very next night we heard screams from the barrow, and that was it. We never saw him again. Have you seen that shrine of Asura? They say the Dark Elves built it. after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Sir, I've got no interest in magic users. No use for their kind at all. They're way up north in Winterhold, and that's fine with me. I don't even like our Jarl having a court wizard. Let's sate that appetite, If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
Ah, a fellow traveler. Have you come to Iverstead to climb the 10,000 steps?
Stupid dog.
Ha, you're right. My mistake. To be honest, it was more of a guess than anything. I never actually learned how many steps there are. In fact, I don't know much about the world outside Riften. 10 long years, Pilgrim. I left the city to deliver a letter, of all things, and I got a little lost along the way. Somehow, I don't think Poor Agnes is going to make it to the wedding. Actually, I hope to make this my final detour. I've been told the city is just a stone's throw to the east. Of course, I've never had the best aim. Simple. I grew up in an orphanage. Never got what you would call a traditional education. Yes and no. I don't begrudge the place, but it did leave me a little green around the gills. You have not met Gleilad the Kind. Now that is a hag. Although really, I mean that as a compliment. This may sound odd, but I like Gleilad. A tough love made me into the man I am today. Of course. She's strict, mean, and has little patience for noisy children. Everything a parent wants in a teacher. Actually, I didn't always think so. When I was little, there were many times I wanted to do Gleilad harm. I even tried to bribe a guard into killing her by offering one of the orphan girls as payment. In the end, I am thankful the god didn't turn me in right then. How foolish a child I was to think I could convince an adult to commit murder. That doesn't raise my confidence, but I suppose we all have our own fate. Good luck, traveler. May all your adventures be worthy of song.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor and such power? I've always fancied a journey up the 7,000 steps to the monastery. Anything to break the boredom of living in this town. I envy you. I play the lute. If you'd like to hear something, it only costs 5 gold. Why, thank you. You're very kind. Still interested? Very well. Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both? A pleasant journey, my lord.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now? What a boring conversation.
Watch out for bears. Never mind. You'll probably... told me to visit Westwall before